Hey everybody, welcome back to Dave and Family Farm. You guys are going to get a kick out of my voice in this video. I still, as you can tell, have lost it. It hasn't come back yet, so there'll be not a whole lot of talking here. I'm sure some of you will appreciate that. So today what we're going to do is we're going to work on, I'd like to, in this video, get the roller completely assembled, out and running. So as you can see here behind me, this was my cheap auction roller purchase. It is a FLAND FL1000. It's just a Chinese something. It's a 1-ton roller. And as you can see, it is in the crate and we need to get it out of the crate. There is some assembly we need to do. We need to check oils, make sure that stuff's there, and then run it and see if it actually works. Hopefully it will. I did get this box with the roller. It was tucked down in there, and in that box, I didn't take everything out, just peeked. There is an owner's manual for the gas engine, and there is a manual for the roller. They call it a road roller. There is some decent information in here, so that is helpful. And then the engine one, of course, too. So we'll get this toolbox over on the bench and we'll get it opened up and we'll see what else is in there. All right, so we got our instructions here and this other box. Let's see what is in here. Oh boy. All right, so we've got lots of belts, 3 of those little ones, 2 of these. I don't know if we have to install these or if these just go bad that frequently that they put them in the box. I thought that said Mitsubishi. I was like, oh, cool. It's like Mitsubashi. All right, so we got those. They give us, it's a 24 and a 27 mil, 17, 19, some Allen wrench. We've got a 1618 and a 1310. Oh my goodness, look at this. And they even gave us a grease gun. How about that? I'm sure it's not a super great one, but some sort of a grease gun nonetheless here. Oh, would you look at that? All right, so that is our selection of tools. Probably won't be using these a whole lot. Some of the wrenches are okay, but if there's spots that I can get a socket on and a ratchet, I'd rather do that. So now that we know what kind of goodies we have here in this box, I think the first step we need to do is get the top of that crate off. Let's see if we can get some of this stuff out of here. Almost need 2 people here. Okay. Here's our seat. Steering wheel. And I think that's it for out of here. Finally. Well, this is interesting. there's like a horn on here. So how do you get the nut on? Aha. All right, I guess there's a spring-loaded piece in there. We take that out, and then we can access. Alrighty then. 23 millimeter. Don't really know how the horn is supposed to work, though. I don't know. Well, we got a steering wheel now. All right, I guess we'll move on to the seat. So in order to put the seat on, we gotta take these out. We gotta put this in there. Just want to put some anti-seize on these because at some point we'll definitely have to take them back out. There's the seat. Now we got to work on our roll bar. Perfect. Take this side. You see the bolts?
What bolt?
The bolt holes down there.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm putting Loctite on these, just some blue, just because the thing's going to be vibrating around a lot. I know there's lock washers on here, but all right, so now what we're doing is going around and we're tightening, make sure all the bolts are tight. We found some that weren't snugged up. So I'm gonna go through with the big ones. He's working on the smaller ones. And we're just gonna go around and see how many are loose and make sure we get them all tightened up. Okay, so there is a belt under there. All right, now we know. So we gotta tighten these two. Okay, so is that like a weird size? So a regular grease gun end did not want to work with these weird metric fittings. So they had given us a grease gun with the roller, which will not pump any grease. So I got the lock and lube here, and that seems to be kind of helping to lock it on there enough that the grease is going in. So thank goodness for the lock and lube. So we got to go around now and do a bunch of these fittings. Some under here. This one was the one we tried already that the grease just went everywhere. Yep, here we go. All right, so we're just going to put some oil in this. It says it didn't come with any, but there's half the dipstick has oil on it. So I'm just going to add some just to be safe. I don't really know how much it's going to need. All right, well, we definitely got enough oil in it now. All right, we've got to top the gas off here. It definitely had gas in it because as soon as you take the cap off, you can smell it. All right, we're going to try and get this thing started. We have spent hours tightening bolts on this thing. And I mean 75% of the bolts on this thing down in the engine compartment, hydraulic hose fittings, 75% was loose. I still have some to do on the drums, but it'll be easier if we can move it forward and backward so I can get to them. So we're going to go ahead and fire it up. I think this is the choke, which doesn't seem to want to do anything. All right, give her a go. Go ahead. All right, try it again. Go ahead. right, guys, there we have it. We had it out for a while, ran it around. The vibratory part works. Everything seems to work on it. It doesn't turn super sharp. I don't know if many of the ones that pivot in the middle really turn that sharp. It does have dual hydraulic drive, so each drum is being driven, which is really nice because one of the rollers we've rented in the past only had I think it was either the back or the front, I can't remember. And if you were trying to like load it on the trailer or something, it would end up kind of spinning on you and slide. So I think that's actually going to be pretty nice. I do have to go over stuff and double check bolts again. I do need to get a special crow's foot wrench, 24 millimeter, to get a couple of the ones on the drum. But so far we don't see any leaks. The one thing that we're still probably going to add is a seat belt. It gives you this ROPS. So obviously you want to stay on the machine if it rolls over, but they did not give you a seat belt here. So I will probably put one of those on there. If it didn't have the roll bar, we wouldn't put the seat belt. You'd just try and jump off. But overall, initial thoughts are that I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it, even though we spent a long time getting it together. We'll see, obviously, long-term how it does, because anything will work great for half an hour, but we'll see how long-term stuff does. So there will be more videos on this roller coming up on the channel. So if you are interested, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can stay updated on whether this was a good deal or a piece of junk. It was been an interesting day getting it together. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I greatly appreciate it, and I sure hope to see you on the next video, and maybe I'll have my voice back.